Okay, I will share with you a little bit about how it feels to live so close to the border. Um, One morning, let's start different. I joined this place. I came to live here 18 years ago from kibbutz, not far away, kibbutz Zikim. And when I came here with my husband and 4 young kids, only 3 years old, 4 years old, all I want is to give them a nice, beautiful life, like every parents want. And it was like that then. But slowly, everything started to change. And now it's 15 years since we start getting here the first rockets. It's not easy to raise your kids in this מציאות, reality. תודה. And I will share with you that one morning when I was in the kitchen drinking my coffee, it was very quiet morning, and I know that 4 of my kids waiting just across the road to the school bus. Maybe 30 young kids over there, and I see the bus coming, and then I hear the alarm, צבע אדום, צבע אדום. Red color, yeah. I'm a mother, and of course I didn't run to the shelter in my house. I ran outside. What? Okay. And over there, there was 30, maybe 30, 40 young kids running to the bus, pushing, screaming, crying. And it was, that wasn't my plan when I came to live here with my family. And I won't forget these moments because it was very sad to me. I ran outside and I wait with the kids over there in the bus when all the explosions around us, very loud, everything is moving, shaking, very strong pressure, and we see the smoke around the bus and we smell the smoke. But after a few minutes it was very quiet, and I look and I see that we are all fine, and I still surprised from the voice that came out from me, because I didn't know that I can speak like that, but I understand probably that I need to be very strong for all these young kids. And I said to them, okay, let's relax, it's over, we are all fine, and let's go to school now. And the driver was very confused. He looked at me, are you crazy? And I said to him, yes, take them to school. Have a good day. And they went to school that day. I don't know what they remember from that morning. This is only one situation. Each one of us, each child got all kind of crazy stories like that. Maybe in the middle of the night, we jump from a loud explosion. Maybe at the middle of the night, sometimes we get message in the phone. Don't there are
invasion of terrorists into the community. It could be someone just invading.
Please turn off the light. Please lock the door. Please don't come out for many hours like that. It's very hard to go to sleep like that. Sometimes we hear the alarm maybe in the middle of the shower, and we understand that we don't have enough time to run to find a shelter. When we just walking outside, you need to understand that when they shoot from this area, it's so close to our houses, so you can count to 5 and then you hear the explosion. So if we are not very close to shelter, we just need to lie on the ground everywhere we are, because it's very dangerous. All the shrapnels can kill you. I'm a ceramic artist, and sometimes I need to run 30 times a day to the shelter. There are days like that. Lots of alarms, and I have 2 steps and 5 more inside the house, only to get to the shelter. And then when I'm trying to go back to continue my work, sometimes I need to turn to run again. And it's unbelievable how fast we can run when we need to save our life. I didn't know that I can run that fast, really. It's like on the air. One morning like that, when I'm running, coming back, running again, coming back, I hear a very loud explosion, and I understand that it's somewhere very close. And I look out, and I see the smoke, few houses from here. And I thought that maybe one of my neighbors needed help. So I started walking over there. On my way, one of the neighbors coming through me, and he looked at me, and when I asked him what happened, he just passed me like that, and he didn't answer me. He was in kind of shock. He couldn't answer me. When I got there, only 3 houses from my house. Another neighbor that already was there, he stopped me like that. Don't get close. You don't want to see it. We can't do anything. Over there, a young woman killed. She was only 23 years old. Her name was Dana, and she killed in front of her boyfriend next to the house that she lived, because she didn't have enough time to get inside the house. Through the years, 3 people killed in this Moshav, many houses that damaged, and we had 3 hard wars in this area, and also more very, very hard days that no one talk about, and no one know about that. Just the people that live in these small communities around Gaza Strip, lots of kibbutzim and moshavim, and it's sometimes it's very hard. We slowly we understand that if we want to stay, and this is our homes, and I love this place, and I won't go from this place. I love it very much. I grew up not far away, and this is part of me. We have a beautiful white dunes around. We have the sea, beautiful sea, and very special community. And the best way to deal with this situation is to be strong. First of all, for our kids, they need us, the parents, to be strong. I just want to tell you a little bit about the last war. The last war that ended only, I think, 2 years ago, משהו כזה. 2 years ago, Tzuk Eitan it's called. We thought that we are used to this life with rockets and and we didn't want to leave the houses. And when the war just started, my family, we tried to stay in this house. And the rockets that Israel shoot from far away, all the rockets passing us in the sky to Gaza Strip, and the rockets from Gaza Strip to the other direction. So it was like that in the sky. And tanks that shoot from very close, and helicopters in the sky shooting, and everything. It was so scary, it was terrible, all the time, explosions, all kind of, we didn't know if it's ours, if it's theirs. Many houses that damaged at the last war, and of course many people and children that suffered from trauma. For me, after 1 week that I tried to stay in this village, at the middle of the night there was a very big rocket. It's called שם של הטיל, Grad rocket, very big one, that hit the house next to me at the middle of the night. It was so loud, and it was a house that in a building process, so no one got hurt over there, but of course everything was shaking and falling, and all my kids were in the house, and we just first we thought that it's direct hit in our house, but then we went outside and we see all the broken parts. All the second floor was disappeared, and we were so scared that we, at the middle of the night, we ran to the car and just ran away from this area with open windows to keep hearing the alarms all the time, to stop the car on the road, and every time when we hear the siren we need to lie on the ground. It was very, very traumatic, very scary, and when we got to Ramat Gan, I have a family over there, my parents and my sister's family over there, and when we got there I understand that something bad happened to me, and for 1 week I couldn't talk, I couldn't speak. For 1 week I was, every time when I tried to say something I was crying, and I couldn't control myself. My parents, my family of course was very worried, and they called for special help for me. They fixed me. Now I'm fine. When the war was over, it was very hard to come back to this area, to come back to this house and to feel safe again. Because home, it's the place that we need to feel the most relaxed and safe. And for a long time, it took 2 months, the last war, it wasn't a safe place. It took even a few more weeks only to open the door and to go outside to the road. I couldn't do it for a few weeks. But I'm always trying to be positive. It's helped me to stay here and to support my family and my kids, and always look for the positive. all the small parts that you see here on the table. This is ceramic parts that I make. Each one of these parts goes twice to the kiln. It's very strong, and I make it, and it's like a healing for me, first of all, but also it's a project that I'm doing on the wall between us and Gaza Strip, and we'll go there later. You will see it. This is a project that bring hope to this area, and of course looking for the peace and for the solution to this area. There are so many people and young kids that they born to this reality, and they don't deserve it. They don't deserve to suffer like that. The wall is gray. The wall is gray and very scary. Always remind me the dangerous. And all the young kids, all the people that live in this village, in this Moshav, I want to help them to feel better. I want to bring them the hope. And I went to the wall and I started painting on the wall, and I wrote Path to Peace, Darb El Salam in Arabic, and Netiv LaShalom in Hebrew. I paint that Darb, and it's hard to see, but all this, it's many parts like this that people, other people can come to visit. First of all, they come to visit here in this studio, and I tell them about the life so close to the wall, and then I invite each visitor to choose his own part and to write with pencil on the back. They choose what they like the most, and then they write their own wish on the back. You are welcome to do it also. And then we're going together to the wall, and you will glue it on the wall. So this project, it's a project that belongs to all of us together. And that's what makes him so special. And I think that when we are doing it together, so many different people, all kind of ages, there are students, young students, and adults, and people from all around the world. They're taking part in this project. There are so many wishes already on the wall, and the wall, first it was, as I told you, it was very scary and gray, but now it's slowly it's became very happy and colorful place. So it's bring hope to the area. There are people that their house is so close to the wall, and now they don't see a gray wall, they see colorful wall. And also the people from Gaza Strip, they can't join, they can't participate in this project because they're not allowed to come here, but they can see that from their homes. Okay? So I really hope that they look for the hope also from the other side. About the people from the other side of the world, I believe that I know they're very cruel enemy over there, but I think that most of the people in Gaza Strip, they are only simple people like me, and all they want is to raise safely their kids. I believe so. Some of them I even talk with them on the phone, maybe in the middle of the war, and they care for my kids and I care for theirs. So I really hope that all this area will relax and will find a solution